So your business has kind of doubled in the last 12 months. What's been the biggest drivers for you on that?
Having more conversations with people and doing sales calls is really that's probably the biggest thing. Changing my mindset, realizing I'm in this, actually I'm helping people, and then fixing my offer too. That was one thing that was like pretty instrumental. The last coaching session we had, like you helped me dial in my offer and fix that. But for me, I've got kind of the following and I've got kind of the credibility just because of years of social media content. But doing sales calls, going all in on my high ticket one-to-one custom coaching business, that's been the biggest game changer for me. Once I just started doing sales calls, I started making so much more money because I was very resistant for that for a long time, and I should not have been.
Okay, and then if we look at like, say, your calls, how many calls a month do you book at the moment?
Usually about 60.
Okay, and then do you know how many show up?
My show rate last month, I think was like 70%.
Okay, and then do you know what your close rate is?
Yeah, that was 67%.
Okay, cool.
That was last month.
What is that
Close
average
rate's
at?
always been over 50. It's always been over
Okay,
50.
cool. And then in terms of your program pricing, remind me.
Yep. 6 months for 2,500, 12 months for 3,500, and then my VIP offer 10,000.
Okay, so I know you sold a VIP offer, I think yesterday or the day before. Which
And I was freaking pumped about that.
Okay.
Is the easiest $10,000 I ever made.
Okay, so
It was crazy.
Sorry, 10,000. We'll come back to that. So, in terms of where you're at then with the business at the moment, is the call volume easy for you to take?
It's getting harder because like there's some days where I might have like 4 to 6 sales calls. It's like if you've done that many sales calls in one day, your mental bandwidth and you're drained. So I've been trying to offload some of my sales calls to a couple of my co-coaches, but they're not experienced at sales yet. They're getting better. They need the reps. But where I think I need to do better, it's like I learned this from you. It's like, dude, if you really want to grow your business, book more calls, close more calls. Like, so I would love to get more calls booked, which leads me into another question about how to run paid ads and do more things like that. But on average, I'm doing like 60 calls a month. I've been able to handle that for the past 12 months. I've been able to do it.
How many come from YouTube and how many come from Instagram?
It's like probably 75%, 75% YouTube, 25% Instagram. Most people find me on YouTube.
So say it's 45, 15. Okay, and then what's your views on your IG stories?
Depending if I put one on there, it might be good. It might be like 5 to 10K. Okay. If I put too many stories, like I'm, not using my IG stories strategically enough, it might only be like 1,500.
Okay, so
depends.
Let's go down that rabbit hole. So like the first thing I'm gonna look at is like calls booked. We're gonna look at their pricing, and we can go into some other stuff in terms of paid ads. So what are you doing in terms of from a DM setting standpoint on IG?
I hired one of your setters like a year ago. His name's Fahad, and he's freaking awesome. He's so good. He's my only setter, and he works 40 hours Monday through Friday, an 8-hour shift, and then he does, or a 12-hour shift Monday through Friday, and then an 8-hour shift Saturday. And I don't have anyone in my DMs on Sunday.
Okay.
But he's my only setter, and he's done a pretty good job. He's booked literally 900 calls for me.
How much do you pay him?
I pay him $6 an hour.
Okay, so then
I started off paying him like $4, but he's so good I upped it.
So the first thing I say to someone on an account like you need
round the clock,
at least someone else. So do you know how many new conversations a day you start?
So this is one area that I've kind of dropped the ball in my business. I haven't set the KPIs on my setter, so I don't know, but I do know that he's doing a good job because he's always booking me calls.
Okay, so I reckon you can easily double the Instagram call bookings. So
yeah,
what I would set him as a minimum is he needs to start 100 new conversations a day. Is kind of max. Do you know how many new followers a day you get?
Well, lately I've been getting like over 1,000, but that's just late. That's just lately. Previous to that, I was losing followers. Okay. So that's hard. That's hard for me to answer that question.
Okay, so there's a couple of things I would do. So what you want him to do from a KPI, what you want to be kind of looking at is a minimum of kind of like these type of numbers. So 100 new conversations a day, around 250 follow-ups. He can realistically do more than this. If I give you an example, sometimes on some of our accounts, we can do 1,200 to 1,500 follow-up messages a day. So like Aiden can help you in terms of like how to like systemize that with like we kind of built like a CRM system into DM setting that crushes that. Second thing is we have a custom software, which I actually mentioned to you earlier, called Lead Wizard. That we
This is your next business venture.
Yeah, that will come next year, and it will track how many conversations they're doing, how many messages, so you can see all those things on like on a dashboard. So that will be something that will make a really, really big difference. But you need to get the volume up here, because if you get 1,000 followers a day, realistically from new conversations, what we'd look for is like a 2% booking rate, kind of average. So he should be able to book 2 calls a day as a minimum.
Out of every 100 conversations.
Yeah, new call start, and that's not including like inbound. So if you think, if he's doing 15, I'd be like, okay, cool. I want him to book a minimum of 30 calls a month. Like,
yeah,
minimum. But what I would do straight away, I'd look to bring in a second setter.
Which I've been doing that actually.
Okay.
That's a, may I, if I interrupt, would you have that setter just work a different shift?
Yeah. So
okay.
What your guy is in Pakistan, India or something?
That's correct.
Okay. So what hours is he doing?
He does 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dubai time.
Dubai time?
Yeah, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I believe. He has an 8-hour shift. Okay. I can't remember. Maybe it's, I don't know, man. I didn't figure that out.
So where are most of your clients?
The United States. Okay.
So
he needs to be awake when they're online.
So the time, when do most people on the phones and book calls?
Ask me that question again. What
so
time?
If I'm a potential fitness client, when am I most active on my phone?
I would say probably maybe at home when you're after work, or maybe in the morning or during the day, lunch. I don't know.
Yeah. So at the moment, you have no one covering that time for the United States.
Yeah.
So like, that's where I know that's a massive opportunity for you straight away. So like, I would get someone to come in as a setter who can specifically handle, say if he's doing 6 p.m., let's put GST for Dubai time, someone who can then handle 8 to 9 hours on from then. So that's going to cover the US time zones, like even potentially more.
This might be a dumb question. You know this. I should know this. What time are people generally most active?
In the evening.
In the evening. That's what I thought.
Well, you can also see it in your Instagram analytics.
Yeah, I've looked at that.
So it will show you.
Mine's weird because like I don't know if it's showing me all my US people because I'm in Dubai as well. So I've always kind of.
Yeah, it kind of throws it a bit sometimes, but like people always be most active on their phones in the evening. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. So the first thing I do is get a second setter. If you double the volume on that, you get him to do. He should be able to book 30 calls a day himself. A month himself. Yeah. You get another guy. I think you could do 60 calls a month.
Dude, my setter definitely does more than 30 calls a month.
Okay.
So he's like, dude, I love him. He's so good. So I'm gonna get another one. Have him do a different shift. Yeah, so booking more calls. If you book more calls, you do more calls, you close more calls. It's literally just a sales volume thing.
So that'd be the first thing I would do.
Okay.
In terms, like, you don't have a top of funnel traffic problem, but we'll go into that anyway. Are you doing anything with trial reels at the moment?
I've posted a few trial reels, but I haven't done it consistently. But I did actually watch a piece of content of yours about that.
Okay, so the easiest thing you can do now is to grow your account as quickly as possible. So it's on trial reels. I would post 3 per day minimum. So there's a training in school that shows us the detail, but basically what you would do is you would look for something that's going super viral as a B-roll clip that's fitness, that's kind of related to your audience. You take that exact clip, and we call it the Picasso method, where you will literally take the exact text and copy on their screen, take the audio, and then you post the exact same thing, but your own B-roll. Because, and same training audio, because it's like a proven concept that thing works.
Okay.
It will fucking blow up. So like, I have a small account which has got like 3,500 followers, dude. It's got like 6 mil views in like 2 weeks or something.
Wow.
So this is super explosive, and it takes you like 15 minutes a day.
Okay.
So that would be another thing that it can like.
So trial reels, post that from my main account. Yeah. Is that correct?
Main account into the trial reels section.
It's just a B-roll of me, whatever training, prepping food.
Yeah, most engaging thing you've got.
Gotcha.
And then, but like hopping on kind of virally trends and just milking it. Because why this works well is it's getting shown to people who don't know you.
Right.
So it's like fresh
people.
So if you get that to pop off, that will make a big difference. So that will get you more traffic without even like looking at ads. And then that will book you more calls from an Instagram perspective. On YouTube's obviously your main lead generation platform.
Wait, can I have one more question about that? Because I do want to get into YouTube, but like, I know I've been kind of a complacent person when it comes to Instagram. like for probably 2 or 3 years because my main focus has been YouTube. But now I just started growing on Instagram again. And back at the back of my head is like, man, maybe I need to get into paid ads. But what happens? I'm at like 300,000 Instagram followers. Instead of worrying about paid ads, would it be better just to think about try to get whatever 600,000 followers on Instagram?
Yeah, so
Like growing your following.
yeah, both are beneficial, right? So the real thing that I'd want for you to do for paid ads is, like, you know, right there. So if you look at like ads, you break this into sections, you have a big audience that you can retarget. So this is the only thing I would really focus on for you.
That's the other question I had for you.
Is just retargeting that audience of traffic coming through. So, and that's where you would take someone, say for example, from like an ad to like a VSL.
Yeah.
To a call, and there's not even a setter involved, so people can kind of self-book themselves in. So I know you've got a restriction on your account.
That was the next thing, but I need to quit being a pussy and just, even if I start a smaller account, I could still run ads to a VSL to a call.
I just thought something genius for you. So what you do is you get this is for IG2. You just collab to your other account, and then you can just retarget.
Yeah.
So you get the same traffic.
Okay. So I could be like Tanner Shuck and like True Strength Coaching.
Yeah, could be like True Strength Coaching, Tanner True Strength, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you just collaborate across both the accounts. Like if you can't run ads in a main account, you'll still be retargeting the same traffic.
You've done that before.
Yeah, and that will pull them across. So that would be what I would do also to increase call volume. So on the ad side of things, if you were going to run something like a VSL, you also want to have this system which is called HiROS. So the guy who actually owns that lives in Austin randomly. So what I would look at doing with that, of why it's important, is it then allows you to accurately track the ads and see specifically what creative is booking people in for calls and making you money, because Meta and Facebook isn't accurate and you can't tell that otherwise. So
what is it?
HiROS. So
HYROS.
yeah, so that's a fucking game changer. So that would be another big thing. But that for me would be the recommendation for you, because you've got a lot of top of funnel traffic coming in organically. Yeah. You can just pick these people off, and then like, how much would you need to probably spend in ads? Maybe like $75 a day, maybe, not a lot. And
that's crazy.
And then if you're booking, you could book an extra call a day maybe on that on autopilot. It's another 30 calls a month.
Yeah.
So if you look at that plus your current ones, you're at 90. If you increase this DM setting here, you'd probably be doing 150 to 200 calls between.
Yeah, then I'm literally going to have to get a closer, or I'm going to have to get my 2 co-coaches to like start taking more calls.
Yeah, and just train them up. But we could kind of help you with that as well.
Real quick, can this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
The collabing with my own account is fucking brilliant, dude. And then as far as the VSL or the doing that and that, do I talk to Aiden about that?
Yeah, so we
Aiden's his coach, by the way.
Yeah, so Aiden can map that all kind of out for you as well. So that will that for me would be like the really obvious thing that I think would fucking.
Because you said that to me on Slack like 2 months ago. You said if you had retargeting ads with Slay.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, dude. I know.
But then if you can't run ads on it, but then if you can do this collaboration thing, you're going to get the same pool of people. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter anyway. So that would be the first thing I would kind of look at.
It's $75 a day. That's it.
That's where I'd start, and then like depending on ads, like too technical, you have something called frequency. So it's how frequently someone sees an ad without like taking an action. So if that the what I generally look for is like something called is 4 in the ads manager. If it goes over that, I'm like, okay, you're probably someone's seen the ad 4 times and they're not booked in. So this is probably pushing the spend a bit too much. So then we put it in. So roughly that's probably what I'd spend on like one campaign for that for you for warm traffic. But then that can give you a lot of extra kind of calls coming through. So
Aiden could help me with that stuff, right?
Yeah, he can help you with that. And I mentioned to you earlier, like one of the things we're doing for people now, like, is I will fully script the VSL for you. We can build the funnels. We can do a lot of this stuff for you. And also anyone who's watching, if you want to fully
when is this business coming or launching?
Like now. So for anyone who wants a VSL and all your ads run and basically run your entire business, if you hit link below this video, you can find some information about. We can explain that to you. So that is a really easy ecosystem once you've got the top of funnel and some of the other stuff you have, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that makes freaking perfect sense. And it gives me some clarity because I've been kind of I've been a sitting duck waiting for my Instagram to get unrestricted. I can't be a sitting duck, and I could just literally just do another thing, collab with it, start running some ads, booking more calls, closing more calls, just making
Because ultimately the only two things you should be doing right now is like is content of calls. Like that's really like
calls. I know
that's really where like
the highest value. That's for my area of expertise. That's what I need to be doing.
That's where we need you to spend your time, and then like can build the other systems for you. But that's what will make you the most money. And then if you look at your time per hour, you make, okay, you did a sales call yesterday, made 10K in 30 minutes, right?
Dude.
So like,
it was fucking awesome.
So like,
it was mind-boggling things.
So if we can get you a couple of those in like a month, you're kind of laughing, right?
Literally laughing. I want to make sure I have any other questions on that. So, I wanted to ask you about LinkedIn. Would that be worthwhile? Not to get overwhelmed. Should I just focus on Instagram and YouTube, or should I worry about LinkedIn?
LinkedIn's a great platform. So like, firstly for you, I would just start on organic. So you start posting, it's really, really easy. And then what I would do is you need to get DM set for Instagram, but I would probably, even if you had an extra one, because they're not expensive, you work out how much you make per call booked. If you got an extra one, I would then get them to come into LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And then what you can do is you can target profile visitors. So on LinkedIn, what works really well is you can see that if someone clicks on your profile, you can see it.
Okay.
So you get a list. So like, okay, cool. Charlie clicks on my profile. He's the CEO of Deloitte in Austin.
Yeah.
That's a great lead. I'll message him. So, hey, Charlie, like I saw you checked on my LinkedIn profile. Like anything that can help you with health and fitness.
There you go.
It's literally as easy as that. So it's like very warm targeting.
Yeah.
And it's an easy platform to make content for because you can use AI to write you the captions and just use images.
Okay. So given the fact where I'm at, or what's the AI for the best captions and images?
Personally, for captions, I would use...
You made a piece of content about it. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, personally, I like ChatGPT for written, and then for images...
It was a Gemini.
Gemini because it has something called Nano Banana in it.
Okay.
So that's the easiest one to do for that. So that's by Google.
All right. So if my coaching business is right now, it's between like 60 and 80K a month. I don't need to do anything fancy. I literally just need to book more calls.
In my opinion, I think if you dial in the DM setting conversions, you hit 100 pretty much straight away. And then that's without kind of looking at some of the other stuff here. I think
just doing the first thing that we talked about, just doing...
If you nail that, that the time zones the setters are working, I think you get to 100 probably pretty consistently. I then think the second thing that you then do is you then add in something like this. Probably add another.
That's where like your clients, Dave and Dom, they crush it.
They're doing all that cold. So they're taking cold people off the internet, getting them to call in and closing them. For you, initially, I wouldn't recommend doing that because we want to get proof of concept on warm first.
Yeah.
And you've also got an audience to retarget. So I would focus on nailing retargeting, get that super profitable, and then go to cold. And then with that's going to probably make you 25K a month, I would guess, off the top of my head from retargeting.
Dude.
So like your business has kind of doubled if you just do those two things really well.
If you enjoyed this clip and you're a business owner, content creator, or coach, and you want help in terms of exactly how to scale your business to the next level using ads, AI, VSLs, setters, and building teams to basically monetize your business and monetize your knowledge, but without you having to press all the buttons, it's never been easier than before. What we can do is we can walk through the whole process in terms of how we're doing this over and over and over again with content creators, with business owners. If you hit the link at the bottom of this video, you can book a call with us and the team. We can audit your whole business, show you where the bottlenecks are, and show you exactly how we can scale. And if we think you're a good fit to work with us, we can show you what that looks like too.